Hey guys, Erik the Travel Guy here. What is a staycation and how do you take one? We have the answer for you. But before we get to that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, even if you don't know what that means. We release new videos every day on where to go, what to do, and how to safely get there. That is very important, especially in these times. So make that bell ring, like it, and share it with your friends. All right, Chloe Pantazi-Wolber is here. She's the senior editor at Insider. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
You really do have a pretty cool job. Let's face it. We get to talk about, the best lifestyle ever and travel. But we need to talk about staycations a little bit. I know you happen to have done a lot of work on this subject matter. How do you define what a staycation is?
Well, right now, I think the definition of staycation is a bit more limited than what we might have thought of as a staycation before.
Right.
So a staycation, let's say pre-pandemic, would have been staying within, your area, maybe your state, or just going somewhere, maybe a 2-3 hour drive away. For some people who are really adventurous and love international travel frequently, a staycation for them might just be staying in the US. But right now, a staycation is staying home, and it's the best thing we can be doing. So there are plenty of ways that you can have a staycation, or at least have that vacation feeling while you're at home.
Well, I think that's the perfect subject matter because once again, we just don't know the timing of all of this yet. Obviously health is of the concern, but how do we have a staycation? Help us out here. What do we do? We're all here at the house.
Yeah, well, thankfully my team at Insider has written a ton on this topic. So there are a number of things you can do. One thing I've personally been loving is trying new recipes, shaking up a cocktail, kind of traveling through food and drink, which I'm sure a lot of people are doing right now. You could make an Aperol Spritz. You could take a cooking class with a nonna in Italy on Airbnb and feel like you're transported to Tuscany. You can make pierogi, or and feel like you're in Poland, or make a mojito and feel like you're in Havana. There are a number of resources online. There are so many virtual classes. Masterclass is a great resource that you can make a new hobby out of food and drink. You could also, if you're really a couch potato right now, and totally fine, you should be, you could watch a movie that transports you somewhere else as well. Before Sunrise is great in Vienna. You could watch Under the Tuscan Sun, or even just read a book about travel. I love Crazy Rich Asians, the book and the movie. So much to do.
All right, so we're talking about both of these things because once again, what I like about this idea of saying, you know what, tonight we're going to do Peruvian night, and really look at that recipe and let that recipe be, your foundation for, let's talk about the culture, downloading 10 facts on that particular culture and why those flavors are present, and having that conversation, just talking about that particular destination. I think that's a wonderful idea because, again, a lot of people watching are like, I can't cook worth a darn. I don't know. It's okay. Even if you have a tapas night, it doesn't have to be Spanish tapas. You could have an appetizer night. You could do. So there's so many ways to go with something that we all have to do. Probably should do a little less of, but let's be honest. We're working with what we're working with. The second being the movies. I think that's a phenomenal way to look at the James Bond movies alone. They're famous for that. They're famous for going places in those movies.
Totally. And also, if you're not a cook, you could just do what I do a lot and shouldn't, which is get takeout. And that is a vacation in itself, honestly.
Yeah, it's true. But again, it's something. It's sort of re-examining that whole idea of like, of course, we can get takeout now. You live in New York City. A lot of people watching don't have those kinds of resources. But even to say, you know what, I'm going to try a new menu item at the Italian place. I'm going to try. But really talking about the difference between those sauces in Italy and why those flavors are different. Northern Italy is different than Southern Italy, or maybe you're doing, Sardinia and what they're doing. I think that's a really cool way to work with what you're working with.
Totally. And there's also a ton, not just with food and drink, like there's also wine courses, which I would also recommend. But you can also take virtual tours just of places on your bucket list. I know it's not a substitute, but it will get you excited about future trips, and it's a great way to spend your time rather than sitting and watching the same Netflix show every night like I have been. You could sit and live stream the Northern Lights in Manitoba. You can tour the Palace of Versailles. There are so many things that you can do. Even the Egyptian pyramids have a live stream. So the options are pretty endless.
You know, there's some school of thought, you know, someone might say, well, gee, you know, if I take a virtual tour, do we even have to go there someday? And of course, I think you and I mean, you laugh at that subject. I mean, just the idea of like, of course you do. There's no substitution for going there. But what I like and what I'm hearing from you is while we can't go there, you can still go there.
Yeah, and I think it's also just a different habit. Like a lot of people staying indoors might be having a tough time or feeling anxious. And I think that travel, while it's something that we shouldn't be doing unless it's essential right now, it can really serve a purpose and make us feel better and give us a good distraction. I've really been enjoying the stories from my team about like you can go on roller coasters at Disney. You can make some, one of our reporters, Amanda Krause, just made the Rice Krispie treats you can get at Disney parks. Another reporter, Rachel Askenazi, made the Dole Whip that you can get at the park. So there are so many things, and if you have kids, that the Disney Parks blog is fantastic. There are so many resources on there, and just loads of fun ways to kind of make every day feel like a vacation.
Well, we really enjoy the writing. We obviously love the articles. We love the practicality of the things that you talk about, not just with the aspirational value, but of course with the educational. And, taking a look at these articles, we're posting some of them there, and then of course we'll put that in the show notes as well. Keep it up because this is what we're working with these days till we get back on the road. So Chloe, thank you for doing this. Thank you for being here.
Totally. Thank you so much, Erik. It was a pleasure.
Hey guys, this channel is a celebration of all things travel, so hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment or question, share this video, like it, rate it, whatever. Believe me, it all helps. Thanks for watching.